Good morning, lady. Sorry. So, in this, um, let me go into it. So this is called "What If Zuko Was a Five-Headed Dragon?" Exact same one that you see on your screen. Yeah, it might be a headache for all five of them. Hey. So, but Zuko's immortal. He can never die. He can never age. And yeah. So, and I'm also adding the I'm also adding the her to it because I'm weird like that. Yes. Putting someone that's gorgeous in a yeah. So, and let me remind you, she's gonna be the same age as Zuko Midoriya. And I'm also putting in Zumi in this what if. So, we'll get into that later. I'll explain it later. But now, let's begin with long time ago. With dragons. Dragons rule the. It's long time ago, like in the past. So, dragons were ruling around, but they went crazy and starts killing everybody except for one species, the one race. And though that race is five-headed dragons race. Yeah, each, but they wanted to protect the humans. So they do. And then against the dragons that lost their minds. And the other of a unborn five-headed dragon species cast a spell so that because the dragons went into hiding. This one, all of those like species of earth, fire, air, water, darkness, they all went into hiding. And over years have passed. Five-headed dragons went extinct. And then the humans came and they were quite getting suspicious of what's going down there. As they went down there, they blew up the caves stuff. They woke the not five-headed dragon, all the dragons, onions, and they all start going on a rampage, killing those miners and causing destruction in all the four corners as the five-headed dragon egg finally hatched. As it as it eats and eats it got big, like so big that he has to look down before he's, yeah. So then he looks around as he sees a particular, like, those humans knew about him, as they worship him as their guns. So yeah, they tried to sacrifice vegetables, the animals, but they displeased him by almost trying to sacrifice a pregnant woman, as he did, like, save her from getting sacrificed. But he used all 5 of his heads to kill those people, because not the pregnant woman, when and he took her to the cave where he claimed that's his territory. As he sets her down, he transforms into a human with beautiful hair, red and green eyes. He has wings, dragon wings, with eyeballs on them, and the tail. As, yeah. So, the pregnant woman was actually had a, yeah, so it's almost similar to Ravenclaw's as what if the, like, when Zuko was a ice dragon thing. If you haven't watched that, go check it out. It's, to me, it's a hilarious thing. So he builds a house for her to go get her strength back. So yeah, she builds up her strength, and she also, oh, but the quirk, or yeah, they they got forced to go to island and hide thing. But that was for the humans. But then the Zuko took care of that girl, or until the day came, as she gave birth to a young daughter. And the daughter honor, or of course the mother asked Zuko to name her child. And yes, as Zuko says, okay, I'm a wise one. So as he looks at her with white hair and a horn, urn growing out of her head, I'll name her Aries. As that's a good name. As Aries was, like, called the five-headed dragon Zuko. Zuko. Yeah. So, yeah. And he did like he did try to not be so scary to her. And of course when they left, or when he left to grab some food, then the dragons, when they attacked and killed Ares' mom, and of course, Zuko flew back real fast and killed those dragons that were, yeah. So he protected Ares because the Ares' mother, before she passed away, told him to protect her. And yeah, so he goes, and he sticks around to make sure she's okay. And when she got older, like, it was a time skip for her, is about 6 years. Yeah. The one that you see on your screen, her, well, she, he, was actually, so he took her to the burial where he buried Ares' mother. And he, of course, so what does he do? He used his dragon DNA, and because his DNA can fuse with anything, so when or before she got older, Zuko puts the DNA of his in her, like, to be, because he inherits her. Like, he doesn't see her as a person. He sees her as a lonely cub that needs to be taken to the clan. So, yeah, he, or of course, Ares was Ares' quirk of rewind quirk fused with a dragon quirk, because in what if Zuko was the ice dragon by the Ravenclaw? What if? Yeah. Yeah. Because in his video, he made it that the dragon DNA overrided and destroyed Ares' quirk. But in this, Zuko, the five-headed dragon, can combine his dragon blood with, like, a quirk of, like, say, Ares. So Ares keeps her quirk, but she can become a time dragon. It's a new breed. It's a hybrid. So he protects her, and she calls him brother, and he calls her little sister. And, like, yeah. So sorry. So So the people from Island or Island or Island S no ISLAND Island was a week in town to try to look for food, and like they they did, but they couldn't find any more meat like animals. There there was Ochako, Todoroki, Mina, and Mountain Lady. So yeah, relating to gun. Yeah. So Zuko was trying to, well, basically do the course. Of course, Zuko was happy to. So he's just like walks around. He found some food, and Zumi, or not Zumi, Ochako stepped on a twig as a dragon. What? Or not a five-headed dragon. Some, or let's say a fire-breathing dragon is right or near as five-headed dragon flew across huh, us to the or all the way and grabs the fire-breathing dragon, and Zuko uses one of his heads. The oh crap, sorry. He used the water head to spray down water into the fire here dragon's throat. Yeah, killing it instantly. Yeah. And plus, no one knew, or no humans knew, that the how to defeat the dragons, except for Zuko, because his five heads. Yeah, actually, because the Aries is such a good person, she also is now her dragon person. Sorry about that. the so he Zuko was be like so he ignored the group and yeah he picks up the deer. Instead of eats it, he just grabs the dead deer, as he talks back to his house where Ares was at. And yeah, when interrupting of course, I said and that Ares has a good heart. So she always brightens his day up. Um, so he, in also because her dragon form also evolved into a bright time dragon. Say that three times. Bright time dragon. Bright time dragon. Bright time dragon. Bright time dragon. So, because she's strong against dark type. So, if there was any dark dragons around, she would use her dragon form to basically, don't worry. She also, so yeah, so that small group like Ochako, Tenya, or no, Ochako, Todoroki, Mina, and Lin ended up going, follows him. He sets the right down on a towel, or I was taking the towels on, as he could sense the humans. What do you want, human? As he wasn't talking to Ares. He had his back turned. As Ares is always a positive one, so she's like, now, big brother, now. Oh, where's your manners? Sure, it's just that. And it's been a long time since seeing the other humans. Okay? So Ares understands that Zuko, the only people or the only human that had kindness in their hearts was Ares, that he respects, because he has to protect her at all times. Like a father kind. And of course, leaning on Mina, Ochako, Todoroki, they all came out. And yeah. And the part of that about the dragons awakened or woke back up from their slumber, this is what it is. Yeah. So, and they like all did that, like rah. So yeah, Zuko converts back into his human form, but they did not know that he. So he skins or actually he takes a deer, as he skins the deer alive, or no, dead. Sorry, not alive. But leaning on, has her back on, or no, against the house, as she doesn't trust him one little bit. As Zuko doesn't care. He doesn't even trust her either. So, yeah. So Zuko ends up taking a little, actually he cleaned the bones off. Because in his dragon form, he can use them as toothpicks. Yeah, that's weird. Here, yeah, he saved the hide from, yeah, and then all that stuff, and of course, he starts cooking. he's the best chef, so he learned it from a cookbook that he got from the people. Well, as he before Earth, and yeah, so yeah, then Ares was like he learned how to cook up some delicious meals. As he serves them up, he got Ares to, he picks up Ares and puts her in the chair. And imagine Ares having a dinosaur tail. Yeah, dragon tail. Oh, because she's part dragon too. Because the Zuko infused his DNA with her, so yeah, so she's basically technically, I'm making quotes, would be her father. But he was the, yeah. So after they ate, and and Aries got tired, and she goes to, and then go to bed. Or actually she fell asleep, and Zuko picks her up and takes her to bed and lays her in bed with the blankets covered. And everyone's like, man, or in their heads, it's like, man, this guy or this dragon takes care of the young ones. Or one of them in their heads saying he hoped that he one of them um sorry if it's getting loud. He, he Zuko who ends up um 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 or actually let's say it was Todoroki, because he knows his friend, like her, as he says, I hope that, or in his head saying, hopefully she doesn't like find out about this dragon, because yeah, she loves dragons. Her special favorite ones is the five-headed dragons. She's sick and tired of one-headed dragons. Yeah. So then Zuko, oh, it's like that same situation thing. So Zuko in his dragon form, he lays all five of his heads. He was taking a nap, or like he's on guard duty because like 4 out of 5 of his heads are switching out. So yeah, every time. Yeah. So he's on guard duty 24/7. Yeah. And everyone, Ochako and Todoroki comes out, and Zuko didn't notice them, but he's he's not like, oh, I'm gonna be, or what are you doing, humans? Kind. He's more like, what are you doing up that way? Well, tell us the story of how did you. Well, it was a long time ago. The I don't understand you humans. How you humans and sacrifice your own to save of your entire species. I don't understand it. Okay? So, yeah. Zuko, who doesn't understand why. Sorry. I just had to stretch real quick. So, yeah. So then, Zuko ends up, did tell them the entire story like what I told you of how he saved Ares. And Lean and decided, alright, and do that. Okay? So she was on the phone and she heard, so Nezu heard her, and she wants to, or Nezu wants to meet him. And yeah, all that stuff goes on all at once, and Zuko is so the next morning he gets up, or he transforms back into his human form, to go do, like, he goes over into the house and he starts cooking the breakfast as everyone wakes up, because the eggs and sausages with some, I don't know what with, because he cooked it so good that everyone's like, man, for a dragon, you know how to cook real best ones. Yeah. So, the Zuko, or actually, Lin Gun tells Zuko that they must be heading out to go back to their city. They want him to join. As he says, sure. Not without my little sister. Here, okay? You want to learn how to control your dragon, little sis? I think today's the day. As or Ares was like, sure thing, big brother. As both of them transformed into dragons outside, as they both, or like, leaning on Todoroki and and all of them got onto both Ares, or not Ares, gosh dang it, the Zuko's back, huh? Or on to like his neck parts, as he flies with his little sister. As his sister was flying in her dragon form. Don't ask me how, But that seems weird. Imagine, yeah, I'm trying to think of how to turn her into a dragon. Yeah, so when they flew, they both, as ever, or first of all, before, like, or after Zumi, or not Zumi, the Ares got transformed into the, he into a dragon. Ares transforms into a dragon. All of everyone except for Zuko had the jaws dropped. Like, you're a dragon too? And everybody's like, holy crap. As as Zuko says, she's a light time dragon type. She has a quirk of rewind type, or rewind. But she also has a fusion of a dragon in her blood. So, wow. As she says, yeah, the big brother gave his own blood to me to, like, do that. Yeah. She looks like that. Yeah. But way more bright colors. And she's the light type, not a dark type. And that was weird. There, a hawk just came at a fence. That's me spitting at it. See? I don't hate birds. I just don't understand why I know that the hawks are native big predators with wings, but I don't understand. And so so now get back into the story. Zuko, who was like flew back as, of course, heroes and villains and the pro heroes and villains worked side by side to try to defeat the dragons. But in the end, they failed. And humanity got forced to go to the island for safety. And Zuko was pretty powerful as he transforms back into the human. As so did Ares. Here. Ares. And she starts, like, because she knows that she loves her brother, because as she goes, as they could not believe there's two dragons that are going to help the heroes. And as you being honest with them, and then like grown-up things, he tells Zuko that he needs to help them defeat the dragons. How many kinds, or how many of your kind is there? Well, excluding my sister, there would be only me. Him. That would be left. Because he didn't have a mother. He he didn't know his mom real well. So, yeah, his sister is the only family left. Because he doesn't know why that the yeah, so Zuko tells him that he'll help, and they, as he looks around, he sees like a bunch of missiles, machine guns, and all the other stuff. But that won't work on these new types of dragons. These new types of dragons, the ones that are, you have to kill them by using a certain element, like different elements. Like for Earth dragon, you need water. For fire, you need water to extinguish the flame, and you need some type of element I forgot. And yeah, dark, you need light. That's why Ares was a light dragon. That's why I said bright time dragon. So, yeah. So Zuko ends up being super helpful. As he says, those guns and missiles won't work on those new types of dragons, right? What do you mean? You need, like, a certain element, like earth, or no, like fire is, you need water to extinguish it, right? And the air you get, yeah, like all that stuff. That's right, you need to find a weakness in a certain element. Then you can, as Nezu says, wait, so you're, hang on. You know a thing or two about, And Zuko looks at him like, really? As Nezu, like, face palms, like he forgot that he is a dragon anyways. As he says, my apologies, but I just forgot that you were a dragon. You know so much about dragons because you are a dragon. Yeah. So basically, Zuko was like hasn't gone unnoticed by a certain person. It was her, as she was the same age as Zuko. And she sees him from the, yeah, so because she knows, because there's only certain ones that are the, sorry, yeah, so Zuko ends up, because there's only a certain type of dragon, one of the, that is actually a dragon of complete darkness, like, how will I put this? This type, the one on the bottom, she's not a spy, but she knows that she wants. She, she's basically a love dragon. Like, she wants to love on, like, because she loves five-headed dragons more than her own species of dragon. But when she saw Zuko, she, was, like, she wants him for herself. No. No. All to herself. Yeah. Remember that thing that Todoroki things in his head of if she finds out that the one of the five-headed dragons has returned, man, he'll get, yeah. So then, of course, Nezu tells Zuko that it's been 4 hours or since Hawks and Bunny, or no, Hawks and the I forget, Midnight got like no radio signal thing. So Zuko says, I'll go right to there. Okay? And don't worry about the League of Villains. They are allies to us. So I already let them know that you're already coming. Okay. As long as my little sister is safe with you. Okay? As he transforms into a dragon, as she still gets like blushy, like her face is ready to like turn brightest red head, because every time she sees a five-headed dragon, and she looks at him without a care in the world. So, and of course, he was also got noticed by Zumi. Hey, yeah. Zumi really likes him because she's also a cadet in class 1A, and she wants to punch the dragon, the five-headed dragon, but when she saw a five-headed dragon, she was so ready to punch it. But then because her family got slaughtered, she was the only one that survived. So she's upset at all dragons. And as she's like trying to sustain herself from killing Zuko. Because, yeah, in this what if, Inko and Asashi got killed by dragons after Zuko or Zumi was born. Like, she was only 4 years old when her parents died. As Zuko, Uko was, or actually, she hated. She's ready to like pull out the gun, and she's ready to pull the trigger and like shoot Zuko. But she knows that his aura is different from those other dragons. So you know what he did? Or he basically was being an adult. Yeah. So he goes, flies over, and of course Bunny Girl was ready to like jump on, or actually she jumped onto one of his necks because he knows that she's coming with. And she's like, "Don't drop me. I won't. Don't. I won't let you drop to the floor." As he looks around, as he flies down, as Toga tells All Might and All for One and Eraserhead that there's this five-headed dragon looking creature. As All Might, he says, "You said a five-headed dragon is coming? That's our ally right there. His name's Zuko. I recognize that. Because Nezu told us. So just let him in." So, there's Hawks and that Midnight, or whatever her name is. Well, the as he wants to say human, but Zuko is trying to like keep his composure. But of course, Toga knows it's, or like all of them knows that it's good to meet you. I am All Might. As All Might says his name. The guy in the black suit with a mask over his face, his name's All for One. Nice to meet you. Oh, five-headed dragon. Please call me Zuko. Hence, if you really want to. Oh. And this little twerp is Toga. Hi. Yeah. And then the muscular is like, give me that, or give us that island, and we will let the hostages go. Yes, that would be muscular or some stray guy or something. Yeah. He's been demanding to. He wants the island and for themselves, so that the bada bing, bada boom, because of dragon. Let me guess. It's probably you humans released those dragons. Am I right? Hey? I'm just taking a guess, but I'm not. So, yeah. So Zuko ends up. He did say or actually All Might comes out, and he says now, and then Zuko turns into a monster, comes out as before they said now, and they hear this roaring like yeah. Yeah, it was in multiple stages, destroying the entire abandoned buildings. As he goes, as he flies over the head, following Muscler to the abandoned warehouse, Toga was on his neck. As Toga says to him, of course, he, sorry, he decides, okay, we need to wait for nightfall, then we ambush. Really? As let's cut to a night. As Zuko's power, he's separated into 4 people. Or no, 5 people. Him, or her, him, her, and that would be plus him makes 5. And the 1, 2, 3, 4. The 5th one looks almost similar to a Shashi. And or so they both, like, all 6 of them snuck in. And Zuko used his own, or each one, as the Ice Zuko, the one that, or, yeah, no, this head right here, this right here, the ice one. Please wait for part 2, and sorry for this video being this long.